Hi, my name is Cheinman and I'm Principal and Creative Director of the brand communications firm Substance 151, and today I want to talk about the difference between brand personality and brand behavior. There is no question that our profession has changed a lot in the past few years. But even in today's very complex, multi-channeled, crazy marketing world, some things still hold true. Everything in marketing still starts with the brand. Unfortunately, many firms don't have a brand. They may have a logo, a visual theme, a slogan, but they don't have a brand. Today, you simply cannot bypass developing a brand strategy and fully defining your brand, its purpose, values, personality, promise. More than ever before, you need this strong strategic glue to hold together your corporate communications. And even though your brand message will adjust to each individual channel, your brand must still come through as recognizably yours. And it still must achieve two things: consistency and engagement. Because without consistency, you cannot control your desired brand perception in the marketplace. And without engagement, you cannot create a two-way conversation that today's communications both afford and demand. And even though we all recognize that message consistency is more important than ever, it also presents somewhat of a problem. How can you communicate across dozens of channels with consistency without seeming boring and repetitive? And a part of the problem is that people often confuse brand personality and brand behavior. And this is what I want to talk about today. First, you need to decide how you want your brand to come across. Is it approachable, smart, exclusive? Then your brand will show up differently on different communication channels, which helps to create consistency while avoiding being repetitive and boring. It helps to think about your brand as a human professional. In the boardroom, we sit up straight, we project confidence, and we choose our words very carefully. At a networking happy hour, we're a little bit more relaxed, we laugh a little louder, but we still act very professionally because we're with clients and colleagues. And then, of course, the Sunday night with friends could have us behave very differently. But all of those changes in behavior do not fundamentally change who we are as human beings. They don't change our personality, our core values, our belief system. Same as with your brand. It will show up differently on LinkedIn versus Facebook, but it will always be recognizably your brand. Another caveat here with the level of transparency that today's communications bring, authenticity is extremely important. We've seen it time and time again that it pays to be real versus trying to be perfect at all costs. We've never had a client tell us during a rebranding process, we want to come across as boring and impersonal. No, everybody wants to be fun and their brand be this lovable extrovert. But let's face it, not every firm's corporate culture is fun. And it's okay. Maybe your brand is super smart and geeky and thoughtful, and that can be just as likable. Don't try to be a guy in ripped up jeans when your brand wears a pinstripe suit to work every day, or a Star Wars t-shirt and thick glasses. So once you nail your personality, you can focus on how your brand will behave across different communication channels. And again, it helps to use metaphors. It helps to think of different communication channels as live situations. For example, LinkedIn. It's a business event. So act professionally, but try to get to know people. Don't be that person that shoves their business cards in everybody's hands and runs away. Nobody likes that person. Facebook is a professional happy hour. Talk business and personal, but remember, you're with clients and associates. Twitter is real life reporting, and witty, clever, and relevant comments are welcome. With video, you have to do both. You have to educate, but you also have to entertain. Videos go viral when there is an entertainment factor involved. Think of your blog as hosting a debate. You're always gracious, but strong opinion is okay. In fact, it's essential. Most importantly, remember that you want your brand to come across as a human being that we all want to be friends with. Make sure that your voice and your tone is authentic and respectful and human. And also remember that you want your brand to listen more than it speaks.